Fishermen have captured massive creatures and unexplainable movements on camera.
Look at that giant.
Revealing secrets beneath the water that make us question what really swims out there.
Big one! Holy sh**.
Let's watch before they swim away.
Holy.
Two fishermen in Pensacola Beach, Florida, caught something no one could explain. It looked like a catfish, but with crab-like claws attached to its body, the strange mix of features left them speechless, as no known sea creature looks anything like that. They kept recording it for proof, then released it back into the water. When the video later went online, people began saying it might be a new hybrid species. Many viewers even argued they should have taken it to a marine expert instead of letting it go. Whatever it was, that catch left everyone puzzled. River giant returns. A group of friends spent the afternoon fishing, laughing, and enjoying the calm water until they noticed something massive moving below. First came small fish gathering around their bait. Then, out of nowhere, a dark shape shot up and swallowed it in a single gulp. The sudden force nearly pulled the rods away. Working together, they finally brought the creature to the surface, and its enormous size stunned them. After taking photos, they gently released it back into the river, watching the giant disappear into the depths once again. That moment turned their peaceful day into an unforgettable catch.
Look at the size of this thing, man! I can't believe we just hauled her in!
Beach remains. While walking along Puerto Pasco Beach in Mexico, a man named Richard Coleman came across strange remains tangled in dry branches. The body had a human-like head, ribs, and arms, but its lower half ended in a short tail, resembling the mythical mermaid shape. It looked eerily similar to the Fiji mermaid, once seen online years ago, which turned out to be fake. Since Richard worked in a DNA testing lab, he took some samples and photos. But after that, he never shared any test results, leaving everyone uncertain whether he found a hoax or something far more unusual. Ocean giant. A couple set out for a calm fishing trip in 2024, not expecting much, but soon their fishing line pulled harder than ever before.
Check it out of my pocket. Big wrasse.
After a tiring struggle, they finally saw what was at the other end, a massive Napoleon fish glowing with beautiful blue-green patterns. The sight left them speechless.
So beautiful.
He's beautiful.
Look at the size of his lips, though.
It was one of the ocean's rarest and most majestic species. Realizing it was endangered, they carefully released it back into the sea, watching it glide away into the deep blue. That short encounter became one of the most unforgettable moments of their lives. 2-meter catch. Jeremy headed out for a normal day of fishing, but his trip turned extraordinary. The moment he cast his line, something massive tugged so hard that his rod nearly snapped. After a long, exhausting struggle, he finally pulled it close enough to see a gigantic fish nearly 2 meters long. Everyone nearby was amazed by the sheer size of it.
1.91 meters, nearly 2 meters across, 1.91.
With cameras recording, Jeremy managed to land it safely, capturing every second of the unbelievable moment. That day, he proved how unpredictable the waters can truly be. Winged discovery. At Jacksonville Beach, a worker stumbled upon something that stopped everyone in their tracks. Lying on the sand was a flat creature with a face unlike anything they'd seen. Narrow eyes, pointed ridges on its head, and thin wing-like extensions spreading from its sides. The man lifted it up for a closer look, unsure if it was real or an elaborate prank. The short clip ended without revealing what happened next, but it quickly went viral, reigniting curiosity about what truly lies hidden beneath the ocean's depths. Strange find. A Russian fisherman had set out early near the Merman coast when his line tugged harder than usual. Pulling it in, he found one of the strangest catches he'd ever seen. A dark, slender fish with tiny fins and skin that felt oddly soft. Almost like it was filled with water. But what truly caught his attention was its face. It had a long, pointed beak with a small, strange opening at the tip. He turned it over, studying every detail, unsure if he'd discovered a new species or just a rare deep-sea creature that no one had documented before.
Вот это вот непонятно, что это? Клюв? Да он вот он острый прям.
River giant. Two men fishing in a calm river in 2024 suddenly caught sight of something unbelievable, a massive arapaima. The fish was so huge that it nearly matched the size of their boat, leaving both of them speechless. Known in Brazil as the river giant, this rare species is an important part of the Amazon's ecosystem, but facing one that enormous up close isn't something anyone could stay calm through. For a moment, all they could do was watch in awe, realizing they had just come face to face with one of the river's most powerful creatures. Glowing mystery. At Clearwater Beach, Florida, people gathered in disbelief when a massive creature washed up on the sand. It looked like a jellyfish at first, but its thick tentacles and glowing body made it unlike anything seen before. Since jellyfish don't glow out of water, everyone nearby started recording and taking photos, trying to figure out what it was. Later, one witness shared the clip online, claiming that a fisherman had taken the creature away and possibly sold it to marine researchers. Whether true or not, the sight of that glowing form on the shore left the crowd uneasy and curious. River pull. It started as a normal day of fishing until the man's rod bent sharply, almost snapping in half. Whatever was on the other end felt massive. The water began to ripple, and a huge, dark shape appeared, revealing what looked like a giant mouth near the surface. Before he could react, the rod broke completely. Frozen in disbelief, the man watched the water settle again, realizing that the calm river might be hiding something far larger than anyone had imagined. Something that didn't belong in an ordinary fishing story. Unknown creature. A viral video left people worldwide confused in 2025. It showed an odd creature lying motionless on the rocks near a beach. Its skin glowed faint blue, its limbs were uneven, and its shape didn't resemble any sea creature or human form. The head appeared uneven, giving it a strange, almost otherworldly appearance. No one knows what happened to it afterward, whether it was taken for study or simply washed away. Despite the mystery, the footage continues to circulate online, with viewers unable to decide if it was real or something beyond explanation. Swamp catch. Deep in a swamp near the mountains, a fisherman pulled off a catch that stunned everyone. After a long, exhausting struggle, he hauled in a catfish so huge it was nearly twice his size. Standing next to it, he looked tiny in comparison, barely believing what he had caught. The quiet trip suddenly turned into an unforgettable moment, one that many online now call an encounter with a swamp monster. Whether it was luck or fate, that fisherman's story is now one of the wildest catches ever seen. Eyes in dark. One quiet night, a fisherman noticed movement near the water's surface. Two strange fish floated close by, their faces lit by what seemed like glowing red eyes and unsettling grins. Intrigued, he tossed a small fish toward them, and in seconds, it was gone. The water turned still again until one of the creatures slowly rose, looking straight up at him as if waiting for more. The eerie silence that followed made him freeze, realizing he might be standing near something that didn't belong in ordinary waters. That night, he packed up and left, quietly and quickly. Tentacled mystery. At Ponte Vedra Beach in Florida, a man found a strange fish washed up on the shore. It looked lifeless, but its body was unlike anything he'd seen. The head seemed normal, yet the lower part looked covered in tentacles. Curious, he picked it up, recorded a short clip, and then left it there, assuming it had been injured by a boat propeller. Later, when the footage spread online, people began to argue whether it was simply damaged or an unknown mutation. The mystery of that tentacled fish still lingers, with no clear answer to what it really was. Unknown swimmer. This family, relaxing at a beach in Puerto Galera, Philippines, noticed something unusual swimming close to shore. The fish had a wide mouth, 2 tall dorsal fins, and moved in a way that didn't match anything they'd ever seen. What made it even stranger, it swam toward people instead of away. The beachgoers kept their distance but recorded the entire scene, fascinated yet cautious. Later, they uploaded the video online, asking for help identifying the species. To this day, no one has been able to confirm what kind of fish it really was. River Colossus. During a quiet river trip in 2022, a man's fishing rod suddenly bent with tremendous force. After a long fight, he finally brought his catch near the surface, and what he saw left him frozen. It was a giant river fish, at least twice his size. Standing beside it, he looked tiny compared to the creature's massive body. Instead of keeping it, he gently released it back into the river, but not before snapping a few photos. Watching that enormous fish vanish beneath the water felt like witnessing a living legend swim away. Leaked catch. A video recorded near a coastal area in the Philippines left the internet stunned. Locals had accidentally caught a strange, pale creature tangled in their fishing net. Its tail flailed against the dock, but its upper body didn't look like any fish they'd seen. It almost resembled a human torso, like something between man and sea life. When they contacted wildlife officials, they were told to stay quiet about the incident. Yet somehow, the footage was leaked online. Whether it was a real discovery or a hoax, no one truly knows. Resting shark. Out in the open sea, a fisherman spotted what seemed to be a giant tiger shark floating upside down near the surface. It looked lifeless, drifting quietly with the waves. But as his boat drew closer, the shark suddenly moved, gliding away smoothly, completely alive. The quick shift startled everyone on board. It wasn't trapped or struggling. It was simply resting in the water before diving back into the deep. The fisherman sat in silence, puzzled by the calmness of such a powerful creature behaving in a way he'd never seen before. Hidden giant. A video from Krabi Beach in Thailand went viral after fishermen pulled out a massive sea creature from the shore. Wrapped in a large cloth, only its huge tail could be seen moving. The internet buzzed with guesses. Some called it a sea monster. Others said it was something unknown. But days later, another clip surfaced showing the full creature. It turned out to be a giant Mekong catfish. An endangered species not native to Thailand. Seeing one in the wild was nearly impossible, which made the encounter even more astonishing for everyone who watched it happen. Golden catch. While fishing close to the riverbank, a group of men noticed something shimmering beneath the water. As they pulled it in, the glow became brighter, revealing a golden salmon. The sight left everyone stunned. This wasn't something you see every day. The scales reflected the sunlight like metal, almost unreal. Everyone around knew they had just witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime catch. Finding a golden salmon isn't just about luck. It's one of those rare moments that turns an ordinary fishing trip into something unforgettable. Tooth-faced fish. On the rocky shoreline of Clearwater, Florida, a man named Daniel Reeves stumbled upon a strange fish lying by the water. Its eyes were unusually large, and its mouth was filled with sharp, human-like teeth. Daniel leaned closer, trying to figure out what he was looking at, but the odd mix of features made him uneasy. He wasn't sure if this was a rare species or some kind of mutated fish washed ashore. Unsure of what to do, he filmed the moment, leaving viewers just as puzzled as he was.
wasn't working.
Lake serpent. Some encounters make people rethink stepping into any water again. Hiker Linda Carson was near Lake Okeechobee in Florida when she spotted something long moving under the surface. It glided slowly like a giant serpent before suddenly rising out of the water. Its mouth opened wide as if searching for something to grab, then slipped back beneath the waves. No known creature in the lake matched what she saw. Since that day, Linda says she'll never approach unknown waters without caution again, because whatever that was, it didn't belong there. Red megalodon. For years, people said the red megalodon was just a myth until this video surfaced. A group of fishermen was hauling in their catch when something enormous tugged at their line. Struggling to pull it up, they were stunned to see a shark-like creature with a deep red snout and massive body. Its unusual color and sheer size left everyone confused. Once the clip went viral, online viewers began suggesting it could be the first ever sighting of a red meg, a mysterious throwback to prehistoric waters. Spiked mystery. On April 21st, 2018, a tourist visiting Isla Carralvo in Mexico came across something that didn't look like anything from this world. Lying near the rocks was a dark, misshapen carcass covered in sharp spikes across its back.
El diablo o la sirena, no sé qué será. Tiene cola, tiene pelo.
The creature's form was so unsettling that the man didn't dare get close. No one could tell if it was a strange marine animal washed ashore or something that had lived deep below, hidden from human eyes. To this day, the true identity of the spiked creature remains unknown.
Tiene oreja, cuerno.
Mutant turtle. Near an old military testing site, locals discovered a turtle that looked unlike any other. Its shell was deformed, and its limbs appeared slightly misshapen, almost like it had adapted to survive in an altered environment. Scientists who examined it couldn't match it to any known species. Theories quickly spread that leftover chemicals or past experiments in the area might have affected its growth. Researchers continue to study the creature, but for now, the so-called mutant turtle remains one of the region's strangest finds. 300-pound catch.
300-pounder.
Yes.
Fishing in a quiet lagoon usually brings small surprises, but this group of friends stumbled upon something extraordinary, a fish so massive it was said to weigh nearly 300 pounds. Without any special gear, they managed to lift it out of the water with their bare hands. The moment was full of excitement, but also respect. After taking quick measurements and a few photos, they released the giant back into the lagoon. A perfect mix of thrill and care, proving adventure doesn't always mean taking something home. Two-mouthed fish. A man secretly visited the Pripyat River near the Chernobyl power plant, where fishing is strictly forbidden. He wanted to see if the stories of mutated fish were real, and what he caught left him stunned. The creature had 2 mouths and 4 eyes, both set staring in different directions. He filmed it quietly and uploaded the video online under a fake name, not wanting to get caught. No one knows what he did with the fish afterward, but the eerie footage still circulates online as one of the strangest finds from the Forbidden Zone. Beach find.
What is that, Mom? Ma, you see this?
In 2022, a man went fishing for the first time at Hugh Taylor Birch State Park in Florida, and what he caught didn't look like anything from the sea. The creature had hollow sockets where eyes should have been, and a body that seemed to split into more than one tail. It twisted and moved in unsettling ways, leaving the man frozen in disbelief. He packed his gear immediately and left the dock without looking back. The strange video he recorded that day still has people guessing what it really was.
Holy what the hell is that?
What is happening?
Giant catfish. What began as a simple day of fishing turned into an unforgettable moment when a man reeled in a catfish of unbelievable size. The creature was calm, almost majestic, with a weight and length that made it look unreal. Instead of keeping it, he decided to let it go, first taking a few photos as proof of his once-in-a-lifetime catch. Watching the river giant swim back into the water, he stood in awe, realizing some moments are meant to be witnessed, not taken. Painted find. A quiet afternoon by the river turned extraordinary when a fisherman felt a sudden pull on his line. As he reeled it in, a flash of color broke through the water.
There we go. That's what we've been after. No way. No way. Oh my gosh.
A fish with a bluish-green body and glowing orange lines running across its scales. Its vibrant patterns looked almost painted, too perfect to be natural. He held it up in disbelief, admiring how unreal it seemed. That single catch transformed his routine fishing day into a memory he'd talk about for years. A true river treasure.
Most colorful fish. Look at this thing. That is the fish of my dream.
Ribbon worm. On a dock in Japan, a man spotted a bright red worm wriggling near the edge. Its smooth, flat body already looked strange, but what happened next was even more unsettling. Thin, white strings suddenly shot out from its mouth the moment he touched it. The man, marine biology researcher Minato Tanaka, immediately recognized what it was. He had been studying unique feeding behaviors in sea organisms, and this was exactly what he needed. A ribbon worm, known for its unusual hunting mechanism. He recorded the moment closely, fascinated by its eerie precision. Mermaid sighting. At Flatbridge in Jamaica, a family was enjoying their day when something unexpected surfaced from the water. A head slowly rose, with long strands of hair flowing over the ripples. The girls recording gasped, calling it a mermaid in disbelief. Their voices trembled with both fear and excitement. The short clip soon made its way online, drawing endless theories about what they had truly seen beneath that old bridge. Whether it was a person, a creature, or something else entirely, no one could say for sure.
Alive! Jesus Christ! I wish you God! Jesus!
Living disc. On South Beach in Miami, a TikToker stumbled upon something odd while beachcombing. It looked like a flat, round disc lying quietly on the sand. Thinking it was just some washed-up debris, he flipped it over, only to realize it was alive. Its underside was covered in tiny moving strands that looked almost like soft hairs. Shocked, he filmed the strange find and posted it online. Viewers later explained that the mysterious object wasn't alien at all, but a sand dollar, a sea urchin that often hides beneath shallow sand near the shore. Hidden bite. This diver set out to explore the seabed, hoping to spot some colorful fish, but what he found instead left him frozen. From a small hole in the sand, a strange creature peered out, its shape barely visible. Out of curiosity, he prodded it gently with his stick. In an instant, it snapped back, revealing tiny, sharp teeth before vanishing into the sand.
Oh yeah, no, he's alive.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The quick movement startled him so much that he backed away immediately. When the bubbles cleared, there was nothing left. No creature, no trace, just the eerie silence of the ocean floor.
Oh god. That is the creepiest looking thing I've ever seen. Oh yeah.
Strange creature. A group of kayakers near Key Largo, Florida, came across something that looked straight out of another world.
Wow, that is crazy.
Floating beside their boats was a long, see-through, chain-like creature stretching nearly 7 feet. It glowed softly in the sunlight, twisting gently with the waves. None of them dared to touch it, unsure if it might sting or not. Later, marine experts explained it was a sea salp, a harmless jelly-like filter feeder that drifts through the ocean. Still, for those kayakers, seeing it in person felt like spotting a creature from a different planet.
Okay, Jesus. Lord, we just thank you for creation.
Transparent entity. While boating in the open sea, a man spotted something gliding just beneath the surface. It was long, completely transparent, and moved so smoothly it almost disappeared into the water. Curious, he tried nudging it with his paddle, but it barely reacted, drifting calmly as if it belonged there. It didn't look like any fish or eel he'd ever seen. The encounter left him quietly watching, realizing how little we truly know about what lives just below the waves. Whale encounter. The fishermen were enjoying a normal day out at sea when something massive broke the calm. Out of nowhere, a huge whale burst from the water, rising high before crashing down with a splash that made the boat sway. For a few seconds, everything was still. Then the whale slowly disappeared beneath the surface again. Leaving only ripples behind. The men stood silent, watching the fading circles on the water. What was supposed to be an ordinary fishing trip turned into a once-in-a-lifetime moment, one that none of them would ever forget.
Get that video!
Mutant fish. Sea life can be unsettling at times, and this video from Okinawa, Japan, proves exactly that. A fisherman there caught a creature that quickly spread across the internet because of how strange it looked. Instead of a regular mouth, it had hanging flaps of skin that moved oddly with each breath. Its eyes were huge and bulging outward, giving it an eerie stare. The fisherman mentioned in his video that he believed it wasn't some unknown species, but rather a fish affected by pollution and waste dumped into the ocean. That was his guess, but the internet had its own theories. Kitchen visitors. In Cuba, a man named Juan Rodriguez woke up to find two strange creatures crawling in his kitchen. He had no idea where they came from.
Comenten el video abajo ahí, ¿qué es esto?
They were too large to have come through the drain, and had dark, uneven shells with thin antennas sticking out. When he lifted one, the underside revealed fleshy legs that twitched slowly, making the scene even more unsettling. Juan told viewers he planned to release them into open water, but after posting that video, he never shared what happened next, leaving everyone curious about those unexpected guests.
Así que comenten cómo les dicen en su pueblo.
River mermaid. While fishing by the river, a man spotted something unusual floating near the surface. At first, it looked like a small fish drifting with the current, but when he gently nudged it with a stick, he froze. The tiny creature seemed to have human-like arms and strands of long hair moving with the water. Startled, he quickly began recording. The strange video spread online, with people calling it a baby mermaid. Before anyone could examine it further, the mysterious being slipped beneath the water and disappeared completely, leaving behind endless curiosity. Red-bellied entity. During a vacation in Northern California, an engineer stumbled upon a creature that caught him off guard. In the shallow swamp, he spotted what looked like a small lizard with dark skin and a bright red belly. Fascinated by its striking colors, he picked it up for a closer look, thinking he had found an unknown species. Later, he learned it was actually a red-bellied newt, a kind of salamander known for its toxins. Touching it with bare hands wasn't a safe idea, but at that moment he was simply amazed by what he believed was a rare discovery. Giant pull. These fishermen had no idea they were about to witness one of their most unforgettable catches. While pulling up their lines, they felt a sudden resistance, something powerful pulling back. After a long struggle, a massive sturgeon emerged, nearly the size of their boat. Everyone stood in stunned silence, staring at the ancient-looking fish. They quickly measured it, took a few photos, and then released it back into the river. Watching the giant disappear beneath the water reminded them just how extraordinary nature can be. Tentacled face. In 2021, a marine biologist feeding fish in Stowe Lake, San Francisco, saw something approaching that left him confused. From one angle, it looked like a human face gliding through the water. From another, it resembled a sheep. As it came closer, He realized it had tentacles like a squid, yet no known squid looked anything like this. Instead of panicking, his curiosity took over. He kept observing, wondering if this could be an undiscovered aquatic species or something nature had quietly kept hidden all along. Unusual catch. A calm afternoon by the sea took an unexpected turn when a fish suddenly shot out of the water, gliding gracefully above the surface. Its smooth, wing-like motion caught the fisherman's full attention. Intrigued, he set up his bait and waited patiently. After a tense pause, the fish struck, and he managed to reel it in. The moment felt unreal. The same creature that had just leapt like it was flying was now in his hands. It was the kind of rare catch that turns an ordinary day into an unforgettable story.
Flying all over the place.
Today's open discussion is about this 2023 clip. A group of fishermen was out in the Arctic Ocean hunting for sharks when something completely unexpected happened. While checking their net, they felt a sudden movement. As they pulled it up, a hand that looked human waved and seemed to reach toward them. One of the men panicked, shouting, "Mermaid! Mermaid!" The crew froze in fear, unsure what they were seeing. Quickly, they released the creature back into the water. It was a tense and frightening moment, but luckily, their cameraman managed to capture the entire scene, leaving everyone who watched it stunned and curious about what had really appeared on the net. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.